Well, we're going to tackle Norse mythology, and boy does it have a lot of influence on gaming. Maybe even more so than you may realize. As you can obviously tell by the title, this will be in two parts, because of how much there is to cover, and with that, I'm not even covering everything. So let's get this started by talking about the thing that is central in Norse mythos. Ragnarok is a series of future events, including a great battle foretold to ultimately result in the death of a number of major figures, including the gods Odin, Thor, Tyr, Freyr, Heimdall, and Loki, as well as the occurrence of various natural disasters and the subsequent submersion of the world in water. Afterwards, the world will resurface anew and fertile. The surviving and returning gods will meet, and the world will be repopulated by two human survivors. Ragnarok is an important event in the Norse canon, and has been the subject of scholarly discourse and theory. Ragnarok is a compound of two words. Ragna, the genitive plural of region, gods or ruling powers. Rock has several meanings: development, origin, cause, relation, fate, and thus Ragnarok as a whole is usually interpreted as the final destiny of the gods. Ragnarok appears in many poems. Ragnarok is essentially the apocalypse of Norse mythology. Ragnarok has quite an influence on gaming. There's an entire series called Ragnarok, which includes Ragnarok Online. I, however, have never played any, so I can't talk much about them, but from what I've read, it comes from a Korean manhwa, basically a manga that is based on Norse mythology. Odin, ruler of Asgard, one of the main gods. He sacrificed his eye in his youth to drink the magic mead from the well of Mimir, which gives him the wisdom of the ages. He has appeared in many video games. One of the most prevalent is Final Fantasy. He's a recurring summon throughout the series. Odin rides his horse Sleipnir, which is an 8-legged horse, although usually 6 in Final Fantasy. Loki is its mother. Yes, I said mother. Loki is quite an odd character in Norse mythology. Being the god of chaos, he is linked to some weird stuff. Sleipnir is described as the best of all horses. Odin is also armed with his mighty spear Gungnir. It was made by the Sons of Valkyrie, which are a group of famous dwarves who crafted famous things in Norse mythology. Oh yeah, I should mention, Norse mythology has a bunch of worlds inhabited by different races, including dwarves, elves, and giants. The attack Zantetsuken is not actually Norse. It's just the Romanized name from Japan. It means iron cutting sword or steel bladed sword. So yeah, it sounds really cool, but doesn't really have a awesome backstory. But its effect in battle is awesome. Typically, it causes instant death to all targets, and when it doesn't, he usually uses Gungnir to do damage. The company Atlas actually made a game called Gungnir for the PSP. Once again, I haven't played it, but it is a tactical RPG, just like Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea. I imagine it is influenced by Norse mythos, given its name. Valkyries work for Odin. They decide what slain soldiers are taken to Valhalla, the Hall of the Slain. The warriors then become Einherjar. They prepare daily for the events of Ragnarok and are brought mead by the Valkyries. Valkyrie is made of two words: Valr, slain on the battlefield, and Kjosa, to choose. Thus, chooser of the slain, described as beautiful young women that rode winged white horses, armed in helmets and spears. Valkyries have a heavy influence on gaming. There are plenty of games that have Valkyries as a class, such as Ogre Battle. The series' Valkyrie profile is based on Norse myth, where the player assumes the role of a Valkyrie and recruits and prepare Einherjar. There's another series called Valkyria Chronicles, of which I have played the second one, but I'm unsure if there is much Norse in there. I only really remember the gameplay. Odin Sphere, for PS2, is another game by Atlas, which has many elements of Norse in it. This huge guy here is Odin. Just wanted to point that out. This game is a side-scrolling action RPG where you play through 5 characters' stories, one of which include Gwendolyn, who is the daughter of Odin and is a Valkyrie. This game is really good. I really like the art, voice acting, and story. I seriously suggest you should check out this game. Fenrir is a monstrous wolf and is the son of Loki, foretold to kill Odin during Ragnarok, but he will then be killed by Odin's son Vladar, who rips his freaking jaw off, with his bare hands. Prophecies foretold the gods about the beast Fenrir, and thus they bound him. But Fenrir put up a fight, and bit off Tyr's right hand. Fenrir has appeared in Final Fantasy in numerous ways. Of course as being a wolf, being a summon in Final Fantasy 6 and 9. And in 10 is the strongest of these dog things in the monster arena. But Fenrir frequently appears in the compilation of Final Fantasy 7. It is closely linked with Cloud. It is seen in the movie Advent Children. It appears as a wolf, symbolizing several things about Cloud, such as being a lone wolf and his guilt about Zack's and Aerith's deaths. An emblem he wears, called either Fenrir or the Cloudy Wolf, and Cloud's motorcycle is also known as Fenrir. Kingdom Hearts 2 includes Fenrir as well. It's the Keyblade with the strongest attack and longest reach. It also appears as a Gumi ship model. Baldur is the god of light, joy, purity, beauty, innocence, and reconciliation. His death is a tragedy to the Aesir, which is one of the main pantheon of the Norse gods. This includes Odin, Baldur, Frigg, Thor, and Tyr. His death is the harbinger of Ragnarok. The only game that comes to my head when talking about Baldur is Baldur's Gate, but the city of Baldur's Gate was founded by Balduran. I'm unable to find out if there's any relation to Norse there, but the name is the same, but it may be a coincidence.
To my side, my noble Einherjar. Uh-oh.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to check back for part 2, or you could just subscribe. Completely up to you though. Part 2 is already partly done, so until next time, see ya.